So, this is the first video that I'm going to be making in a series of psychology videos. And I'll just be going over the things that helped me in my journey. And this is probably the most important content that you've consumed yet. So, the first step is self-accountability, as I have written here. And it's the first step in anything you wish to pursue. So if we break the word down, we have self, which means the individual or you. We have accountability, which is taking responsibility. So if we put those words together, we have holding yourself responsible. Trading is a career where it's you versus you. So if you can't hold yourself accountable for your own failures and mistakes, you are never going to progress. Instead of deflecting blame on external factors like the market is out to get me, you need to recognize that you are the problem. If you look in the mirror and you're out of shape, you hold yourself accountable. Instead of pushing the blame somewhere else, you recognize everything is your fault and you change. So, I said earlier, self-accountability is the first step in anything you wish to pursue. But how do you do that? You self-reflect and you journal. You must highlight what you really want, outline a step-by-step process of the skills and thoughts you need to implement, and execute. But when you're setting your goals, I don't want you to write down the outputs. Instead, write down the inputs required to reach the output, because that's all we can control. So instead of writing, I want to make 50k a month, write down, I want to become disciplined and patient, build the right habits, and hold myself accountable for every single thing I do. That's the way you should be goal setting. And especially since it's the start of the new year, the start of 2025, I want you to look at the goals that you've written for yourself. If you haven't, I want you to, and read over them and see, are they outputs or inputs? And if they're outputs, I want you to change that to the inputs that you need to put in to reach that output or that goal. Every single person who wants something gets it. The reason most people say they want something and then don't get it is because they don't actually want it. They can't hold themselves accountable and they are never going to improve. Now, it might be a hard pill for some of you to swallow, but if you aren't where you want to be right now, it's because you're lazy or you don't actually want to be where you say you want to be. So after you finish watching this video, I want you to do some self-reflection on what you really want. And ask yourself if your current behaviors and actions reflect that want. To finish off, as I mentioned at the start, this video is going to be a series of videos. So there'll be a couple more that I release after this. But it's no good if it goes in one ear and straight out the other ear. You can't change if you don't want to change. There's a phrase as well that I like, or a saying, and it is, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink the water.